Jerusalem, a U.S. nonprofit, now this is on the eve of the election there, has received State Department funding, has now scrambled last month to create a new legal entity in the aftermath of a congressional letter suggesting its efforts to unseat Israel's prime minister may violate tax law, the Washington Free Beacon has learned. So we actually have a nonprofit organization under our Domestic Internal Revenue Service rules going overseas trying to knock off the head of another country. Not the Islamo-Nazi regime in Tehran, not the puke in North Korea. No. Netanyahu, he's the dangerous one. The Peaceworks Network Foundation. Oh, they do such good work. It's Peaceworks after all. Peaceworks. How can anything named Peaceworks be illegal or contemptible or diabolical? It's peace. Who do you work for? I work for Peaceworks. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. What do you do? We do peace work. Well, thank you. What's that involved? Getting that Jew Netanyahu, of course. Oh, wait a minute. The Peaceworks Network Foundation, a nonprofit linked to Obama campaign figures and also known as One Voice, stay with me, was identified in a January letter authored by U.S. lawmakers as having funneled money to campaign-related activities in the upcoming election despite being incorporated as a 501c3. A 501c3, ladies and gentlemen, is the strictest IRS code as applies to non-political activities for a nonprofit. So you're supposed to be involved in nonpartisan. You can advocate a point of view, but you are not to get involved in elections. That's basic stuff. And so when these lawmakers wrote a letter, hey, they're not allowed to write a letter. I'm Obama. I'm the only one that can write letters. So when these lawmakers wrote a letter inquiring about this organization, One Voice, it recreated itself into the Peaceworks Network Foundation. Oh, good works they do. The Peaceworks Network Foundation. Oh, very cool. So they changed their group. Peaceworks moved to create a new organization that could engage in such electoral activities after the letter was issued, new documents obtained by the Free Beacon says. So here's what they did. 501c3, One Voice. Then they create another one called the Peaceworks Network Foundation. And then the Peaceworks Network Foundation creates another organization. You know what they call it? Peaceworks Action, Inc. Wow. Peaceworks Action, Inc., it was incorporated last month. So now they're going to try and launder money through that operation, which is not a 501c3, but a different designation under the Internal Revenue Code. What they're trying to do is cover their trail. So when it's all said and done, this election tomorrow in Israel, and Congress is investigating this, they're trying to make it more difficult for Congress to track the money. But somebody has exposed all their little ongoings there at Peaceworks. Multiple sources familiar with the controversy said the establishment of that new organization would not shield the earlier activities of the original 501c3 organization. This isn't difficult, the source said. If you do something illegal, like One Voice's Israel-based campaign, you can't erase the illegality by suddenly deciding to comply with the law. At issue in that inquiry is whether One Voice, remember that was the first group, received State Department funding for its political activities. Who runs the State Department? Oh, that would be John Kerry. Oh, mashed potato face. I'm profoundly disappointed in John. That's his favorite word, profound. Profoundly, and the other one's utter or utterly. This is utterly profound. It's profoundly utter. Let's see, the Free Beacon reported January in a letter from Senator Ted Cruz and Congressman Lee Zeldin, said the State Department funded this organization, which is active in Israel and spending millions of dollars to unseat Netanyahu. State Department replied the grants provided to One Voice expired before the election. That, sources told the Free Beacon, State Department funds might still have been used for the current campaign. Let me help out here. The funds don't expire before the election. They got the funds before the election. The funds can be moved around. So this is absurd. That's not even an answer. So the State Department, it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, is a hybrid of political activity, domestic and international. Protecting Hillary Clinton, it turns out that most of these State Department folks over there are using private email, not government email accounts, to keep everything secret from you.